Assalamu alaikum. My name is Shantae. I was, I don't know, I had some thoughts today and I was compelled to come on and discuss it. So, I've been a Muslim for about 17 years now, African American revert, and I did take Shahadah as an adult. And there's this thing that I noticed with some people when they hear about Islam and it's like, I believe that, I get the message, and this is something that I want to do. However, I'm not ready yet because I need to do X, Y, and Z. So it's kind of like this mindset of I need to be perfect in order to make this transition. So I wanted to discuss something like, forgiveness in Islam, but also the need for, perfection. There's not a need for perfection. So when it comes to Islam, there is an overarching theme of peace, right? But there's also this big, huge theme of forgiveness. This is one of the names of Allah. Allah is so forgiving that He really doesn't expect us to be perfect. He knows we're not going to be perfect. There are times when it's mentioned in the Quran or different hadith where He talks about how the son of Adam, like his belly will never be full, right? Because it doesn't matter if you have a big house, you want a bigger house. You have a nice car, you want a nicer car. You have a good job, you want a better job. You got a little bit of money in the bank, you want some more money in the bank, right? This is just kind of life. So it's a known thing. And when it comes to Allah, Allah wants us to turn to Him and repent and ask Him for forgiveness. So much so that He said, if all of us were perfect, He would wipe all of us out and replace us with people who would commit sins and who would turn to Him and ask Him for forgiveness so that He could forgive them. So I'm saying that again. I know that being like an African American Muslim, and especially as somebody who took their Shahada in their adult life, you have lived a life of something completely different. And now you're stepping into something that you believe in, but that feels a little bit scary, feels very different. You may have a large family of people who are not Muslims, so then there's that intimidation of stepping into it alone. But if Allah put this thing on your heart and it's something that you feel, you should move forward with it. I can't speak for everywhere, but there are places, well, especially now, since you have the online communities all over the place, where people are very accepting, very open, and very ready to talk to people. So for me, I used to, when I was in my earlier days of my Shahada, talk to people a lot about Islam, but I haven't recently. I have a family, I'm working, all that good stuff. So I kind of jump in ever so often, but it is a part of my life. It's a big part of my life, the foundation of my life. And everything else centers around that, around my belief and the things that I'm willing to do or not do, with everything from what I eat to the places that I go, the people that I'm around, my finances, my job, like all of that stuff, right? So recently, I've experienced a lot of death around me. A lot of people have been transitioning back to Allah, and it kind of made me reflect on what I'm going to leave here when I leave this dunya or this world, the life of this world. And having the opportunity to be able to come on here and speak. For one, this is something my kids might stumble on later on in their life, if they feel like they need to come back around and learn some things. But also, I realize there are a lot of people who could also benefit from different pieces of knowledge that everybody has, right? I'm not a scholar. I'm not an imam. I'm not a public speaker. I don't do these things, right? I'm involved in my community, but I'm just a commenter. But I am somebody who understands these different aspects of these different thought patterns, right? And I know that there are other people who feel the same way, because I've connected with other people about it, but not necessarily strangers or people that I think are considering Islam, mostly conversations amongst other reverts. So with that being said, there may be strangers out there who have some of the same questions or thoughts. So I do want to come on here more, make more videos regularly, share my thoughts on Islam, my experience as an African American Muslim, and just sharing Islam with people. There's a lot of misinformation. Again, I'm not perfect. I don't know everything, but I've been living it for almost 2 decades. And I'm not perfect, never going to be, and I'm cool with that. But everybody is different. Islam looks different on everybody. We're all individuals, and all of us are just in this world, hopefully most of us trying to be good people, trying to, I don't know, kind of, do the best that we can by ourselves, do right by our families, and have a sense of peace, Having Islam, it really does bring me peace. It gives you something that you're living for, something that makes sense, just following one God. I grew up in church, so religion is not a stranger to me. And Islam was easy for me, I think, because I already did know Allah. I may have called him something different, but I knew Allah, and it just really made sense, So again, I just want to share that in some of my experiences. So I'm going to be on here more regularly, but the thing I wanted to mention today again was forgiveness. Allah is the most forgiving. Allah is think of like your parents. Your parents love you unconditionally without you asking for it, no matter how many times you mess up, no matter what you do. They're always there. They'll always be waiting. Even in this culture of, what are they calling it? No contact. It's not funny, but for those people who do that, even if they come back around, their parents are waiting to open their arms, to help them whenever they need it, because we love our kids just like that, unconditionally. That's how Allah is. So when people discuss, oh, well, Allah is, there's so much fear and there's so much this and that, it's a different type of fear. Just like the love fear that you have for your parents, that's the same thing when it comes to Allah. Allah created you, you're his. He loves you more than your parents do. He knew you before you ever existed, and he's waiting for you to come back to him and say, hey, I see that you're there. I want to know you. I want to move closer to you. You come an inch, and he's just right there waiting for you. So again, forgiveness, but also imperfection. Come to Allah imperfectly and allow him to embrace you. Allow the community to embrace you, and come with your questions. If there's something specifically that you want to know, ask. I'll find out if I don't know the answer, because I may not, but I know a lot of people, so I ask somebody. But anyways, inshallah, come back, see me. If you're Muslim, assalamu alaikum. And if you're not, say hi. Let's get to know each other. All right, assalamu alaikum.